What is happening, all you Minties? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and today I've got some breaking news in the world of the Marvel Omnibus, so please stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. This episode is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us an advanced solicitation of this brand new omnibus coming in the summer of 2021. So go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because this is where you get your breaking news as far as the Marvel collected editions. So, this is a brand new omnibus. It's a brand new line. It's part of the X-Men universe. Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know by now. I'm going to slip up one day and accidentally do that when it's not X-Men related, but this one is. And it's one that a lot of people have asked me about over the last year, when this is coming, how it's going to be mapped, how they're going to do this. So it is a volume 1. This is the very first time this title has been collected in omnibus format. So without further ado, it brings me so much pleasure to tell you all that we are getting X Factor by Peter David Omnibus Volume 1 in the summer of 2021. So this is the classic stuff, okay? So it's X Factor Volume 1. It's not the X Factor Investigations, but the fact that they put X Factor by Peter David Omnibus Volume 1, dang. You all know that brings me a lot of hope. So let's look at these covers. The first cover we're looking at here is the standard edition cover, and this is the one that's drawn by Larry Stroman. It is the cover to issue 71, which introduces us to the all-new, all-different X-Factor team. So we have Havoc as the new leader, we have Polaris, we have Multiple Man, we have Wolfsbane, and we have Strong Guy. And then eventually Quicksilver will join. We're going to talk about the contents here in a little bit. But Peter David and Larry Stroman were the two biggest driving forces behind this new team of X-Factor. And it introduced a lot of people to these B and C list characters. I mean, we have a guy named Strong Guy. And, you know, then they just became a household name for a lot of us. So this is what the standard edition cover looks like. Here is the content. So we have X Factor 55. That's the issue with Mike Mignola on the cover doing the Mesmero versus Beast. And then we have X Factor 70 through 92. And I'll talk a little bit about what this means. X Factor Annuals 7 and 8, Incredible Hulk 390 to 392. And then material from X Factor Annuals number 5 and 6, and New Mutants Annual number 6. And that is what's collected in this first omnibus. So we're kicking it off with a one fill-in issue that he did during Louise Simonson's run with issue 55. And then we kick off his ongoing stint on this book. So Peter David wrote issue 70, which is the epilogue to the Muir Island saga, where the question is asked, right, what am I going to do with 14 X-Men? And that leads into the X-Men Blue and Gold team, and then we have the remaining members stay on X-Factor. So issue 71, with Larry Stroman doing the artwork, introduces us to the cast of characters that we see here to the right. And now's a good time to show you the direct market cover. That's right. Of course they're going to go with issue 87. This is the Examinations issue with Joe Quesada joining the team of X Factor, joining Peter David to tell the story. And this issue is so freaking phenomenal. It's just a breakdown therapy session of all these characters, and within a page, everybody became a Quicksilver fan. This jerk that had existed, a lot of people didn't know how they felt about him, but within one page, Peter David turned that character around and made him into a likable character. So this mapping takes us all the way to issue 92, which is part of the Fatal Attractions storyline. And Fatal Attractions was a big crossover where Magneto came back, and this particular issue introduces us to Exodus, he was drawn by Joe Quesada. So Joe Quesada co-created Exodus. And I think by now, Scott Lobdell had taken over the book. So the fact that we have a Volume 1 gives me a lot of hope that Volume 2 will be the X Factor Investigations, which I know I'm a big fan of, but it's a very underrated title. So in order to get that, we have to make sure that this book is out there and it sells, because this is the very first time we're getting X Factor in Omnibus Edition. A lot of you have been speculating what's going to be the very first X Factor Omnibus. Would they do the original, since a lot of it was mapped in the Mutant Massacre and Fall of the Mutants, or were they going to do X Factor Investigations? But they decided to start with the classic stuff here. Some of it has already been collected in the Epic collections. I'm pointing back there like you can see what's behind me. But But that's it. It brings me a lot of joy to break this news to a lot of you all that have been speculating if this was coming, if they were never going to do it. But here it finally is. You heard it here first at near mint condition. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let other people know. So yeah, let me know what you think of the content. Let me know which of the covers you're going to get. Leave all those comments down below. Again, a big thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for giving us way advanced solicitations for this omnibus. So X Factor by Peter David Omnibus Volume 1 coming out in the summer of 2021. Everybody, please stay healthy, stay safe out there, and much love.